Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Around the Table, another March 2021 episode. I keep adding the date mainly because I think it could add some context if this thing lasts through whatever happens in the future, right? We don't know what the future holds. We don't know if there's going to be like a giant internet archive or whatever. Or you know how people make time capsules and you go back and look at, oh wow, or even like when you're geocaching and you open something and you see that this is old, or why would someone have this, or anything like that. Going back to geocaching, I was doing geocaching in maybe like 2009. Yeah, 2009, and then kind of resurfaced back in 2011. Haven't done it since, but it's definitely an experience. If you don't know what geocaching is, it's basically when you get like a set of instructions and hints to find a certain area, and in that area there's a box or something to hold something in, and you take one thing out and you put one thing in. So back in 2011 I found a geocaching site, and what I did was I put my old keychain in there, and there was a hippo keychain. So there's a hippo with like this psychedelic flower that you see in like 70s tropes, or even if you know what Scooby-Doo is, Scooby-Doo the van. This is like this flower on the hippo, and I'm like, oh, this is so cool. So I swapped that out, and it was just weird because like I don't know what time frame that was made, but it was something that was interesting and I wanted to keep with me, and that was cool. But anyways, the topic of today, before I just go on a rant about nothing or just just what's going off on my mind, I'm going to be talking about, supporting what you believe in. And this is going to be non-controversial. I don't think it will be pretty controversial, but yeah, you got to really support what you believe in. The internet is a crazy place where a lot of people post things, but they won't do nothing about it. Yeah, and it's really disheartening, right? Because let's say you're going to a protest or whatever, and it's being organized on Facebook, Twitter, whatever, 100,000 retweets. You think this event's going to be big, or it's in your hometown or whatever, and, you have maybe 200 people say that they're going to show up, and you show up to the protest, and it's you and 5 other people, and you don't feel as inspired, right? And that's the thing with the internet. A lot of people project what they want to do and how they're going to do it, but they're not actually going to do anything, or they don't really care. A big reason why I've been slowing down on social media, and it's why I slow down on social media every year. It's a cycle where there's just so many people who put something negative online, or they're always finding something to have a problem with. But I'm going to save that for another episode. You got to support what you believe in, right? There's a lot of people who are, Black Lives Matter, or support small businesses and this and that, but they'll post about it. Will they go and support Black Lives Matter? Will they go for a protest? No. They don't want to get injured. They don't want to be seen on TV. They don't want to be interviewed. Right? They just want to be a voice on the internet, right? The same thing with the small businesses, like, being a person who helps manage a small business. I see this all the time where people will say support small businesses, and it's people that you know. It's the people that you know, and they know that you have a small business. Have they asked about your small business? Have they asked if you guys are doing okay? Have they asked if you're alive? Right? No. They just say this to make themselves feel good about something and not do anything, right? And the reality is when you believe in something, when you're doing something on yourself, it's hard, right? Doing it by yourself is hard. That's why people go and have their 9 to 5 jobs, because it's another way of making it a little bit easier, right? When people were living in forests and living off the land and everything, they didn't just wake up and cash in somewhere and then here's a fruit, here's some meat, here's some eggs. No, they had to work for that. And there's people who still work for that. There's people who do that work so that you could go to the store and buy something and make it that easy. All right? And kind of like my hard times episode, life isn't meant to be easy. Life is hard. So supporting what you believe in and supporting others is very crucial when you're talking about these things, because it is hard, right? So supporting yourself, supporting others, you have to be serious about it, right? And when you're supporting yourself, you have to build a team, right? Depending on yourself can be hard. You could do a lot by yourself, right? But there's a parable that goes like, if you want to go far, go by yourself. No, my bad. It's if you want to go far, you have to go with a team, with a lot of people. It's best to go with a lot of people. But if you want to go fast, you want to go by yourself. So that's why when you're in a planning stage, when you're coming up with ideas and stuff like that, it's kind of better to be on your own, right? You have your voice and your voice alone. You don't have anyone else's opinion, which may slow down your process, and it can help you focus on what you're trying to build and what you're dreaming about, right? So it's good to be by yourself. But when it comes to breaking it down and getting to the point where you need to get to, bring all the pieces together, it's best to have a team. And even if you have one supporter, right, one supporter could make that difference and make things shine. So just to give you an example, like my family business was struggling last year, and I usually don't ask for too much help. I don't really like asking for help, but you have to know when you need help or not, right? So I was talking to certain people about, oh yeah, the coronavirus is really affecting my business, whatever, right? And a lot of people like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do something, blah blah blah, blah, right? And no posts, no likes on the page, no sharing anything, right? But I had one friend who knew one person. Long story short, that person has a lot of clout, and because they made that post maybe a day and a half later, it was viral to the point where people from across the region were coming to the store to support. And that's the importance of building a team. That's the importance of asking for help, and that's the importance of connecting with others, right? Because some people will actually support you, some people won't, and you have to have a reliable team when it comes to that, right? I have a friend who does music. He's an independent artist, and he keeps going. Anytime I find music of his that I like, I usually do post it, right? Why? Does it hurt to post it? No. Is it free to post it? Yes. Is it wasting my time? No. Because, I wish the best for him. Whether or not he becomes successful or not, whether he remembers me or not, it's the support. Why am I going to not hope for the best for someone that I know who's never been bad to me? And even if they were bad to me, what does that matter? So many people are willing to support an artist that they don't know they'll help them through whatever. They'll add to the thousands of comments in their posts that they'll probably never read because they're famous, right? When there's people around you that have the same amount of potential, and it's a good story if they do get famous, right? Because they worked hard on their dreams, just like that random celebrity that you're telling to cheer up because they've had a bad day, right? So it's good to support those who you believe in. I have another friend who also will be on the podcast, right? He does financial advice, right? And he's a financial advisor, and he's giving free advice. There's gems on his platform. And the funny thing is, he did a post recently where it was like how to make $1 million, and it was not like completely clickbait, right? It was kind of clickbait, but it wasn't completely clickbait. And the amount of views that got alone, compared to the stuff where he was breaking things down, where he was giving solid advice. Like, if you were to get this advice from a financial advisor, you'd be paying, top dollar. You'd be paying good money, and he's giving this out for free. But that post alone skyrocketed because, people didn't want to do the hard work, right? People just wanted to get to the bag as quickly as possible, right? I'm going to keep some of that content for another episode as well. I guess this is the episode about episodes. But it's support. His IG tag is Rizme Life. I'll probably leave it in the description. Yeah, it's great. It's great. And he's pretty consistent with his work. Shout out to Dalton. He's even pushed me to make more episodes because he likes my content. I guess he likes my content, or he wouldn't be supporting me. But the fact that we could support each other, even though we haven't even talked in a very long time, until it's probably been like the last couple of months we kind of like reconnected. I don't even remember how we reconnected, but it's done a lot for me as well. It's changed my views on certain things, and it's helped me navigate the stock market a little bit better and get some nice quality gains, right? I'm big on self-improvement, and I need to do what I can to get better, right? And a part of self-improvement is having that will to change, and also be willing to listen, right? Because if you're the smartest person in the room, and this is like a quote, you're probably in the wrong room. That's what they say. I don't 100% agree with that, but I think that if you're the smartest person in the room, you have to realize that you're in a predicament, whether you are to stay in the room and help educate others because you are the smartest person in the room, or it's time for you to leave the room and gain more knowledge, right? Yeah, it's good to support those who support you. It's a joint venture, and because someone is experiencing the same struggle as you, it could potentially help you see things in a certain light, and you can share certain information between each other where they've gone wrong or where you've gone wrong, and build up on that so that you both could be successful, right? And that's a reason why you have to step out of the room sometimes. People will just mindlessly support you. They won't give you any negative feedback, which you still might need, right? Because not all haters are haters, right? And I don't like using the term, but you have to use the term. It's so big, and with how society is today, if someone's not agreeing with you, they're a hater, and that's not true. You know, sometimes you need to hear the truth, right? Like recently, I went off on a couple of people, and they're like, "Yo, you're mad," and I'm like, "No, I'm not mad. I'm telling you how it is, right? Sometimes you have to hear how it is. Maybe your idea sucks, right? Maybe you're doing things that are pushing people away from your content or your business or yourself, right? Maybe you don't look as good as you think you look, right? And it's time for a change, right? It's pandemic. Not everyone's looking the best, right? But, you need to be able to listen to others at times, right? Obviously, sometimes they are just haters, right? They're mad because it's your time. They're mad because you're shining. They're mad because your idea didn't fall through. They're mad because they never thought that you can make it this far, and they're dealing with whatever they're dealing with their life, so they're trying to put that on you as well. No, you don't have to allow any of that in your life, and it's your choice to keep yourself associated with people who will continue to bring you down no matter what, right? You have to be aware that sometimes your change is not what other people want, and you don't have to conform to that, right? It's the whole dog eat dog principle. It's something that's more common in poor neighborhoods or like hood life, where someone's seeing someone come up and how come I'm not like that? It's jealousy, right? And that happens, and you don't have to take it negatively. Sometimes it's not even personal, right? Some people, something's happening in their life and they're taking out on you because they think that they can, or they're just not themselves either way, right? And if they're not themselves, you could tell them to snap out of it, or you could leave them to be how they are. But sometimes it's best for you to separate yourself from people for a part of time, or when you know that there's something that you really want to work on, and you're not going to get the best out of the people you surround yourself with, because they might be also dealing with something, or those people aren't really looking for you to change that much, right? If your come up is too high, oh, why would you want to hang out with me now? I'm just a loser, or something like that. Some people have a lot of negative self-talk in their head, and they don't want to change that. They don't want to get out of that kind of bubble. And if it's your time to change that mindset, that's you leaving the room. Is it bad for you? You don't know, right? It's an adventure. Life is an adventure, right? And no no exciting story is about you, like, chill in your bed, unless you had a nightmare or like a really cool dream. But a dream isn't reality. That's why it's called a dream. You got to make your dreams a reality, and that's why you shouldn't sleep on your dreams, right? You sleep and you have your dreams, but your dreams have to be able to push you, and you have to do things to push your dreams out, right? It's kind of like sometimes at my workplace, there's people who do so much overtime. Like, they do hours and hours of overtime. There's certain people who actually do so much overtime that they could pretty much calculate how much money they'll make by the end of the year. They'll do different things so they don't get taxed as hard, and every year they'll make that set amount of money, right? And some people make fun of them. Some people say they have no life. Some people say all things. People like to talk. We're social creatures, right? But I've talked to some of these people who do work so much overtime, and it's because they have bigger plans, right? I know a guy who has bought 2 houses in the past 3 years because he's clocked in so much overtime, right? And that was the plan, right? He's supporting his dream, right? Through overtime, because this is the means that he could get to his dream faster, right? You know, time never stops, right? You don't know, you could drop dead today. So what's the point of sleeping on a dream, right? Or what's the point of working to get money if you're not going to do anything but sit on that money, right? Some of the people who do those crazy amount of overtime, they do it because that's their only way of income, or that's their main source of income, and they're trying to find better avenues to support what they believe in, right? Yeah, I have to save some of this content for another episode. I'm going to talk about that, over time, dedication versus motivation. Just some heads up on some episodes that are coming up if you're interested. Success and purpose, trials of success. I'm going to cover fear soon as well. And if you guys are interested in me talking about something, or even when my guests do show up, what you want to hear, hit me up on Instagram, Tails Adventures, around the table GTA, main Instagram for this channel. Drop something in the comments, right? I'm not gonna be those regular YouTube people, smash the like button, this and that, right? But if you do want content, you should do whatever it takes, right? So that you'll know that there's new content out. I'm not always going to be posting. Like I said, I'm slowing down on social media. I just need to reorganize certain things in my life so that I could be consistent, right? I want to be as consistent as Dalton, where every Saturday, this guy is on, right? I want to be on that level of consistency, right? That's going to be covered on an episode about dedication versus motivation, right? This kind of touches on that topic, but it's more of like a light intro. Make sure you do support what you believe in. Don't be a fake fan. Don't just say it for that dopamine charge. Don't just say it because it looks nice on the internet. Don't just say it because it's trendy, right? If you really believe in something, go for it. If someone's doing something that's good and you support it, it doesn't hurt for you to support it. Whether they're going to get canceled for saying something like 18 years from now because that's the culture that we're living in, then it is what it is. But, if they're brave enough to, just go after their dream, why not support them? Why not say good job, especially if it's something that is good, something that's motivational. So I'm going to shout out a couple of people. I'm going to shout out Minachi, of course, Brampton artist. I like his music. I've known him forever, even though we don't talk often, but anytime he drops some music, I'm definitely listening to his album. I'll drop all the people that I'm talking about in the description. Rizme Life, I had track and field with him, right? Outside of track, we didn't really talk much, but we're connecting years later, and he's been pretty inspirational in my life. Really good financial advice. He has a blog and everything, so you could check that out. I'll link his IG in the description. One of my favorite artists in the GTA, it's B Moody. It's 8 Moody. He does music, and he also does art. I found him through art when I was at a local store buying local art. I'm big on supporting local. I don't just talk about it, I actually go and do it, right? So he made a nice picture of Kids Next Door, which is one of my favorite cartoon series from the past, right? And I've been following him ever since. Art is something that I never really got good at. It's something that I've always admired. Anyone who's can physically draw something, it really amazes me because it's a hard profession to stay in, right? But it's so amazing. I think it's so amazing that someone could draw a person or even draw a character, and it could be so lifelike. It's something that inspires me, and it just shows you how creative people can be and how interesting life is. It shows you how someone sees life, like through their own lens, if that makes sense, right? Some people talk about it, some people draw it, some people live it, and that's something that inspires me to also be better. So remember, support what you believe in and do what you can to support yourself and support what you believe in as well. Don't be a hater. Don't be a fake fan. Do what's necessary for you to get better. Until next time, see you guys later.